How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Bengals-Rams end their final practice here before their preseason game with a little bit of a skirmish. A little bit of a skirmish. I think that's what the Rams are going to be calling it because you might have heard of the guy. Aaron Donald out here just throwing haymakers. Not haymakers with the fist, but throwing haymakers with Bengals helmets. And, you see the fights in practices, you see the skirmishes, and as we know, stuff like this, because it is practices, it's through training camp, discipline is handed down through the teams, not by the NFL, so it is completely different what happens here compared to, say, Myles Garrett's situation where he was swinging a helmet. It's different, but it's kind of not different. It's not under the same spotlight. But at the end of the day, you are playing someone else's team. These aren't your own teammates. This ain't a skirmish between your offensive and your defensive linemen that got a little heated. That at the end of the day, these guys are playing together for the same goal. These are two opposing teams' players. Where you can probably say there was a little bit of you shouldn't have to probably say. You can about confirm there's a little bit of malintent in there when you're swinging helmets at someone. And Aaron Donald is a heck of an athlete, a heck of a player. One of the best to do it over the past decade on the defensive side of the ball. But to go out there and swing a helmet at an opposing team, I mean, you can't see enough through the skirmish. You don't know whose helmets are. You don't know if he's swinging at guys with helmets on, without helmets on. Frankly, it doesn't matter. I think it's a case where, again, if this was per the NFL's conduct, he's getting suspended. The thing is, it doesn't quite work like that. So is he going to get suspended? He should be. Sure, call me a biased Bengals fan, but he should be. I don't know how many games you give, but you can't allow something like that on the field, especially when you let what is arguably the face of the defensive side of the football over the past 4 or 5 years in the NFL getting away with it. It sends the wrong message. So I think there should be disciplinary action. What ends up happening probably eats a hefty fine. We'll see if the Rams go further than that. There's a lot of backlash on it right now where they should be going further than that. But you talk about two completely different leaders of an organization, a team. Aaron Donald ends practice throwing haymakers, partaking in this brawl, which happens in the NFL. Guy's a heck of a player. As Bengals fans, we had Vontaze Burfict around at one point in time. I think you know where the line is on being a little bit excessive compared to being a dirty player that's going out to hurt players. And I think Aaron Donald crossed that line here. But I love the way quarterback Joe Burrow handled this. You talk about the guy, the man that is for you, the face of your franchise, and the guy you want heading and captaining the ship of this franchise. This practice ends a couple snaps early because of this skirmish on the field. Joe Burrow, instead of getting caught up in the moment, adrenaline running high, Joe Burrow does what Joe Cool does. And this guy goes back to running some more of his practice drills while the rest of the teams are separating, getting off the field. Joe's out there practicing still. You talk about an absolute leader, absolute role model of a move for a franchise to go out there and it's a complete game changer. It's not being talked about enough. When you think about the Bengals, and you loved watching Pac-Man Jones play, you loved watching Vontaze Burfict play, but these were guys that got the emotions high. The team was playing with those emotions, and it cost them a playoff game. It's costed them games in the past. And to have the guy that is the leader of this team, the player that everyone else is looking up to, the guy that is, again, captaining this ship, to go out there and see a fight like this and just go right back to work, that's huge. Gotta give so much prop to Joe Burrow for that. This guy wants to win. He's bringing a winning culture to the Bengals. He's showing you what you gotta do. That's a lesson in composure if I've ever seen one. Joe Burrow, I tell you what, I love it. I was impressed. I was impressed by that. We'll see what the suspension was. I'm taking from this, though, that's a message. You want to send a message to your team? Joe Burrow just did it right there in silence. Good for this guy. I love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.